My name is Harold Bennett. I'm 42 years old, and for the past 6 years I've worked as the night shift janitor at Vance Tower in downtown Columbus. I clean 40 floors of glass and marble after everyone important has gone home, and I raise my 9-year-old daughter, Lily, alone during the day. That's who I am. And here's the thing that still doesn't sit right in my chest. The CEO of the entire building, a woman named Catherine Vance, cornered me by the executive elevators one night and asked me, point blank, "Harold, why won't you date me?" And my answer stopped her cold. I want to tell you exactly how it happened, because I've replayed it every day since. Catherine Vance runs a 400-person firm. She is brilliant, beautiful, and used to getting what she decides she wants. We've been talking for months, real conversations, the kind that happen at 11 p.m. when she's the last one in the building and I'm emptying the bins, the kind where two tired people are honest because nobody's watching. And that night, she set down her coffee, looked at me, and asked why. If she felt what she felt and thought I felt it too. I kept saying no. But here's what Catherine didn't understand. Standing there in her $1,000 suit, so certain that a janitor would be grateful. She thought I was saying no because I felt beneath her. That was never it. Let me take you back to where this all really started. If you're watching this tonight, and something about it already feels a little too familiar, tell me where you're watching from, and what time it is right now for you. I read every single comment. I wasn't always a janitor. 6 years ago, I was a project engineer married, with a mortgage and a 2-story house, and a wife named Sarah, who I loved more than I knew how to say. Then Sarah got sick. Fast, the way the worst things move. And in 11 months she was gone, and Lily was 3. And I was a widower who could not hold a demanding job and a grieving toddler at the same time. So I let the career go. On purpose. I took the night cleaning job because it let me be there when Lily woke up, at every school pickup, for the nightmares. I traded a title for my daughter's childhood, and I have never once regretted it. Nobody at Vance Tower knew that. To them, I was the quiet man with the cart. And I was fine with that, because I stopped needing important people to know who I was around the same time I started measuring my life in Lily's laughter instead of my paycheck. Catherine found out I was more than the cart by accident. One night I fixed a jammed executive printer that 3 IT people had given up on. Another night, she found me reading a worn engineering textbook and stopped, surprised, and we started talking. Months of talking. She's not what her reputation says. Under the armor, she's lonely in the specific way that powerful people get lonely. Surrounded by people who want something. Starved for anyone who wants nothing. I wanted nothing. That's why she could breathe around me. And somewhere in there, she started to want something after all. So that night, by the elevators, she asked, "Why won't you date me, Harold?" And here's what I said. I said, "Catherine, it's not because you're a CEO and I clean floors. I need you to hear that, because I think that's the story you've told yourself. The truth is simpler, and it's harder. I have a 9-year-old daughter who has already buried one parent, and the day I let someone into our lives, it's not for a season. It's forever, or it's not at all, because she cannot survive loving someone and losing them again. So I don't date Catherine. I don't do, let's see where it goes. The next person I bring home is the person I'm certain about. Certain they'll still be there when things are hard, when the money's tight, when I'm just the tired man with the cart, and not an interesting novelty at 11 at night. I won't gamble my daughter's heart on a maybe. Not even for you. Especially not for someone whose whole life is built on things I can't offer. And Catherine Vance, who I had never once seen without an answer ready, said nothing at all. She said nothing for a long moment, and then her eyes filled, and she said quietly, "Nobody has ever turned me down to protect someone else. They only ever turn me down to protect themselves." I want to tell you the truth about what happened after, because it isn't a fairy tale, and I won't pretend it is. Catherine did not sweep in and fix my life. I wouldn't have let her. But something changed between us, because I'd shown her I was not for sale and not for rent. And that turned out to be the most attractive thing she'd encountered in 20 years. She started slowly, to prove me wrong about the maybe. She met Lily once, carefully, after months, at a park, as a friend, with no promises. She showed up at a school science fair I mentioned offhand, stood at the back, and clapped. She didn't try to buy her way into my daughter's heart. She earned her way in. the slow way, the only way I'd have allowed. That was 2 years ago. We are not rushing. Lily adores her. And Catherine told me, 6 months in, that the night I said no was the night she finally understood the difference between someone wanting her and someone being worthy of what she had to give. Here's what I want you to take away from tonight, in my own words. The world tells you that if someone powerful offers you a seat at their table, you take it, and you're grateful. But your dignity is not measured by whose table you're offered. It's measured by what you refuse to trade to sit there. I said no to a CEO, not because I felt small, but because I have one thing I will never gamble, and her name is Lily. And the person who's truly right for you will never ask you to gamble it. They'll respect the very no that everyone else found insulting. If this story meant something to you tonight, hit subscribe, drop a comment telling me which part hit hardest, and share it with someone who needs to hear that their worth isn't for sale. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves out there.